Good morning, good morning. Today is April 15th. It's about 65 degrees, 63 degrees. We're in zone 7B. I don't have my mic right now. It's partly cloudy. It's about to be like in the 80s today, surprisingly. And my mentor's coming over in a couple of hours, maybe an hour or so. And we're gonna go into the apiary for the first time after installing the bees. So I'm excited about that. Some goals we have are we have a queen frame excluder. I want to start phasing out the medium frames for my deep so I can give the medium frames back to my friend who gave me the nuke. So we're gonna experiment with that. We're going to take care of that queen cup, that charged queen cup that was on frame 7. I want to see nectar coming in. I know there's pollen. They've been so active and busy the last couple of days despite it being really windy. So I know there's pollen coming in. I want to check on the queen. Let's see. I want to make sure, so I have wax covered plastic foundation. And I want to make sure that there was enough wax on the plastic that they're not building wonky comb, because sometimes you'll get, if it's not enough wax coated on the plastic, they'll start building wonky comb, and I don't want that. So I want to go in there and check to make sure that the comb is good, and just see with how much pollen and everything are coming in, and I know they've been sucking down that sugar syrup, how much wax building they've actually done in the few days in that space of time. So we shall see. I'm excited. Let's do it. All right. Ready? Yeah. All right. So then the frame, the last frame is probably somewhere around here. I'm just gonna lift this up.
Yeah, with all this extra space, you don't need a frame hanger.
Well, yeah, I know it's over there though, just in case. And we came out later and sort of leveled it a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that's good. No bees getting through. So how, see what I mean? Like there was a lot of condensation on here and I picked it up and it kind of dribbled through here. So we're not worried about that. What about the mold?
Mold?
Like this?
I know.
They don't really care about that stuff, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter that much to them, I don't believe.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. I wish, let me put that over there. Should I just pick this up and just let the ladies?
That's fine. Yeah.
Put it over there. I'm not sure like where to put it. I haven't figured that part out yet.
Well, what you could do.
Yeah.
Take this one and just
hang it over the side.
Stick it in there.
All right. Excuse me, ladies. They're gonna be so confused.
You don't have to go all the way to the table.
Yeah. All right. She's like, huh? How did I get here? They haven't propolized any of the slats yet.
Well, it hasn't been that long.
That long, yeah.
And
they're like, give us time.
Well, yeah, here, see?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Where they have it already, they've already
had it. So
known.
I figured we'll just keep as much slats down, and that way they won't kind of gather up on the...
So is this...
Yeah, it's just a board.
Very tight, I mean...
It is very tight.
Okay. I thought I could easily just scoot it, but it's...
There we go, yep, perfect.
I'm going to try to center it.
It is very tight.
And the weather could be making it tighter. If you look here, you can see a larger gap down there than...
I know. That's why I wasn't sure. So yeah. I was gonna I brought a burlap sack in case I needed to hang it over to sort of block the sides. Yeah. This is what I was worried about it being a little bit too tight.
But you should be able to, you see, you got space between there and there, but if you had that space, then you could just J-hook it out.
Yeah. It should, I mean,
if you could take another Even if you took an 1/8 inch off each side, I think that would make your life easier.
Trying to get it out without jostling the
I know.
hive. I don't want to make them angry.
Well, let's do it. We can. I thought that was going to be an easy way, but it's not an easy way. You can leave it in place.
Leave it in place?
Leave it in place. So what we'll do instead, we don't want to roll the queen.
Right.
So what we do is we start. She's not likely to be on the end.
Now this is one of
Yes,
one of my frames. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks new, huh?
Yeah, I can tell. So I gently take this out.
Oh man, well they're drawing it out, but they got a little bit of wonky comb. But they are drawing out this part.
Yeah. You can take that wonky comb off if you want, or leave it on because it's their artwork.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what do you think?
Personally, I've had enough wonky comb in my time, particularly since you got plastic foundation. I would just knock the wonky comb off.
Okay, I brought an extra. Oh, we're starting training early.
Where the two don't come together quite the same. And like for instance,
So I brought that bucket so we can kind of throw the wonky comb in there.
Okay. Now I've got a lot more room to move this one out.
Sure.
And raise it up. Oh, nice. That's some good weight to it.
Yeah.
It's got some stores, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful. Busy at work. They're busy at work.
So what we'll do the fixing as we put things back in.
Sure. And then also, I guess keep in mind.
Do any of this?
Huh? No, I'm loving watching you because it's giving me an idea of how I should be moving forward with this style as well.
Now every little jostle is, if you can be gentle, like playing operation.
Sure.
But anytime you like drop
look at that
something, yeah, isn't that nice? They're drawing it on this side too.
That's beautiful. Now, see, I wish I had another camera. I plan on getting another. I know. I plan on getting like another camera so that I can have like close up.
Oh yeah.
Shots of this because this is really pretty, and this is one of the things I was really curious about how they were doing on the plastic frames.
Yeah.
And if it had enough wax coating on it that they weren't going kind of crazy on it.
Well, I think basically if they're like, well, we don't have much other choice.
Look at them. Yeah, I love the way they just sort of sit at the top and kind of watch you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So what I generally do is just gently pull each end apart.
Okay. Did I make this side too tight? This side looks really tight. Should I have left some space?
You could leave some space.
Okay. Like you do kind of like in an 8-frame box, sort of put them towards the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
You definitely want the frames very close to each other.
Got some brood.
Nice brood.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the one I saw the queen.
Oh, the queen is on. Okay.
Queen cell, the queen cup, that queen cup.
Okay. They may have taken it down. And it was probably hung off the bottom.
It was on the bottom.
They may have taken it down. Good girls.
Yeah, good. It looked fresh when I saw it. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the 7th.
We'll keep looking. But that's a good candidate to put in the little cage. Okay. Because it's mostly nearly all.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that if we can't really put too many we couldn't. If it had a lot of drone brood on it, they might get stuck. Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much because it's not.
Don't worry about it too much.
That one doesn't have a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Anyway. No.
That guy down there, that cell down there is fine. The one facing the bottom?
Oh, I'm not that worried about that.
Okay.
If they put a queen cup in at the bottom, I don't worry about it. They usually like to have those around in case they
Just in
need to
case.
build an emergency. Like you've got drone brood over here.
Sure. Now, does that look like it's chewed open, or are they working on?
If it's chewed, okay, here's. It does not look like it's been chewed open. It
Okay,
looks like
good.
they're closing it.
They're closing it.
But
okay.
if they do chew it open, they
That's
wouldn't
good.
do it without a reason.
It's a like hygienic.
Yeah.
Hygienic thing. Okay. I'll be sure to leave more space on the sides a little bit. Woo!
See, now that's what we're trying to avoid.
Right.
But it's not a big deal at this point. We can go ahead and
kind of take it off.
Take them off now.
Is there anything?
There's nothing on them, but that'll just discourage them from doing it more. However, next time you come out, you'll probably find more of this on the bottom of the frames.
Kind of unavoidable almost at this point for what it. And they all have. Well, this one has a bunch of eggs in it.
Oh, it does?
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
This one doesn't have any, but that one did.
Yeah, it did.
That's okay.
On both sides.
Yeah.
I'll take them home.
Add them to yours, huh?
I'll put them in my nursery.
Right.
We could put that. Well, actually, it's got to be someplace. It's got to have bees to feed them. So.
At this point, you think it's too late because we already took it off?
No, I don't actually, because it's not going to get too cold.
Okay.
I had an idea, but that was before I realized there were eggs on both sides.
Look at that. I'm so excited about that. Look at that big old pollen basket on that lady.
So, one idea I had was to just take that piece and squish it onto
on the edge.
One of these deep ones.
Ma'am, I'm trying not to squish you.
But that way you're only killing the eggs on one side.
Yeah. Without trying to squish them in their cells.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work?
That'll work.
Okay. Hopefully it does. Now, the last time I saw the queen, I think she was on the second one, but obviously she's going to be moving. Moving and grooving.
Yeah, she had to move to lay those eggs.
Yeah. And she's got a green mark. She is marked.
Yeah.
There she is. Right there.
Yep. Oh, she's a beauty.
Isn't she?
Wow.
She's doing pretty good too.
You know,
there's some queen cups.
There's some queen cups, but they may or may not be charged.
That one's in it.
Yeah, they're charged.
Yeah, they are. I could tell the way the one was in there. It looked like it was maybe feeding it or something.
So, you know, you could cut those off if you want.
What I'm taking suggestions.
Sure, I know. I go a lot by feeling. And sometimes I'm like, I just don't want these to swarm.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't be in swarm mode.
Because they're such a small colony?
But they're not going to need these cells.
Look at that royal jelly.
Yeah, get yourself some more on.
Yeah. There's this one right there.
Oh, how'd you go from down there? But you know what? They're just going to build that back.
Right. Sort of just like delaying. As soon as I was thinking, if I don't catch a swarm, because I have a swarm catcher in the back, if I don't catch the swarm, maybe if they are, if I put the other hive out here, maybe I can sort of manipulate it and put a queen cup in it, and if they get built up.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
But the answer is, what I would likely do is more on the line of what they call a walkaway split, where you split the hive.
This one's pretty.
And make sure there's. All you gotta do, you don't even need to know where the queen is necessarily, unless you care which hive she comes in.
Right.
Now here's what we're gonna have here. See that frame there. I'm not gonna take it out, but I will move it.
Okay. Yes.
Eventually.
Sure.
Because there's so much space between the foundation and the surface.
They're just making this farther out.
This bigger. So we can alleviate that by pushing that one in and putting this one on the outside.
Okay.
Now there is some brood in here, but
would you say? I don't
think that's going to be an issue for the next few weeks.
They haven't even touched this one really. Yeah, they haven't even touched it.
That's why another reason to push it.
Do you want to put that one in first?
I'm almost halfway tempted to put this one in the cage so that they can hatch that brood out.
Yeah. You want to try it?
I'm thinking.
I just worry about how fat the bottom part is. This area right here with all this nectar in it. I mean, I'm sure that the cage will have no problem.
Yeah.
Putting it in there and everything.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull that one out and put it next. Just move it over.
Okay.
And can you grab the cage?
Yes. We're making music now. All right, so that should just sit in.
Yeah, just put it in.
Oh, that's a smart idea. Put this in first.
And then we'll get these after this.
It's a tight fit. Okay, and then this should just make sure
and just lay it down. It'll be fine.
Fit right on top of there. There we go.
And then we'll get this one. Tighten the rest of this up.
So, and her brood pattern looked pretty good too.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
I like the way they hang on for dear life.
I was the festooning. It's so cute. I was like, I think it's adorable. Yeah.
So if you leave that, you remember your bee math?
For worker,
cycle, the brood cycle.
the 21 days, 23 days,
21 days total.
21 days.
But it's the first part is 3 days they're an egg.
Right.
And then you double that, you get 6 days. So for the next 6 days they are larvae. So that's a total of 9 days. 6 times 2 is 12. Starting at 12, they become a capped brood.
And most of that was capped brood.
So from 12 to 21, which is another 9 days. So 9 days later, there should be no brood in here at all.
Okay.
So you can think of just leaving that there for 9 days.
Okay, 9 days later.
And then you can plan on just eliminating.
Moving that. Do you want to smoke them?
No.
Okay.
No, what I do when they get like this, I just put a cotton cloth on.
I don't have one. I need to work on one, just like an old pellet case. I think I have one.
I went to Amazon
and
bought, it was like a 15 or so.
I think I have some old ones.
Bath towels.
Okay.
And they're dark blue.
Yeah.
And they've got the towel like you dry yourself
But do you
with.
feel like their
Yeah.
little legs get stuck on it sometimes?
Nope.
No?
I've never had any issue with it. And you put it on, the sun goes in, it gets them all warmed up, and they just go down.
They go down, okay.
And I would take this out and have your hubby cut another 1/8 inch off.
Now that's a
each side.
That's a good question though. How do you take it out without giving them all the space the rest of the
Do you have? Is that the only one you have?
I do have another one, but I think it hasn't had any work done on it. So
okay. Well, oh, I'm just food.
Oh, it's been christened.
So since this is taking up more space, I don't have
Sure.
room to put that frame back in.
Sure.
Yet.
We just have to be mindful of where the follow board hits this door, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it can't go
right.
past here.
Yes.
Really, so.
Without them being able to walk around it using that door.
I'm going to just try to use a little mess to get this moved out.
See, when I put it in here, it went in. But I had a feeling it was going to be really tight. I've seen other people who use this style and this type of follow board have they'll put like a handle.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
On the side so they can sort of pull it away.
That's starting to go crooked down there.
Yeah, can we yank it?
I don't know.
I have actually put my hand at the bottom and then lifted.
Now, wonky comb. You don't want wonky comb.
And then hopefully there's enough wax that they have there that they'll just sort of, instead of building the wonky comb back, but is it possible to use the wonky comb to sort of spread? Or it's not hot enough?
The only thing that I don't like about the wonky comb, A, it's wonky. And I like neat things.
Yeah.
But B, in fact, I'm going to look at something before I put that back in.
Do you think they have enough space and they have enough to be working on? They've got about, 3 frames they still are working on? I don't need to add any more, do I?
Yeah, I think they're fine for now because you're going to be looking at them quite often, I do believe.
Okay.
What I was thinking about doing was moving that deep in. This one's just stores, so I don't think that's a bad idea, and that will help get them
focus on that one a little bit.
And they won't put brood in this one.
Right.
They'll want to get that one filled in sooner.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we're good here.
You gotta put it in absolutely straight. I'm worried about that.
Since there's no bees next door, I'm not terribly worried about them getting into the.
Do you think that's too much space?
I
feel like it's too much space.
The worst thing that could happen.
They start building off of it.
Is that they'll build this comb out further if they continue to put honey on it.
Okay.
So I'm not going to worry. I wouldn't worry about it.
Probably the heat probably caused it to expand a little bit.
But I would try to get an 1/8 inch taken off. Maybe you can get the new one cut.
And then, I agree.
And then just swap it for this one next time you're in.
I can't grab this lady. Okay.
They should be about as easy to go in and out as these things.
Yeah, but what I worry, so it has to be tight enough that they can't bypass it though.
They won't bypass it even if you leave a 1/4 inch.
Okay. So down there where she is that's enough space?
Yeah.
Like she can't. They won't go through there.
They're gonna. I'll tell you this about that. If there's a crack like that from the outside going into your hive,
they'll just propolize it.
They're gonna try to. They'll try to utilize it. I've had that happen on my hive.
Okay.
But she's trying to squish under. She's going to do whatever.
She did. She went.
Yeah, she smelled the pheromone,
right?
and so that's what you want.
Should I block? I did bring like burlap.
No,
should I block
no,
it?
I wouldn't. I'm not. They won't even. They likely will not even. When I put follower boards
I'm
in
just
mine,
so nervous that I'll come out here and like
no,
I'll open it up and they'll be like building comb off the top of these like slats or something, you know?
they won't do that unless they put a queen over there.
Okay.
And they're not going to do that because it's against their nature.
Okay. All right.
So I really don't think there's any danger.
Too much to worry about.
Of them really getting over off of that side over here.
Okay. You ladies better stay on your side.
If you think of it this way, they only do their construction efforts to benefit the entire colony or their queen.
Mm-hmm.
So, doing anything over here doesn't support them.
Okay.
Unless they make another queen.
Right.
And they decide to swarm over here.
Right. All right. Everything looking good?
Everything's looking great.
All right, cool. Let's close. That goes there. Close it up. Actually, I'm going to start from this side over. Yay, looking good. I'm excited. There should be enough space.
Yeah, I got 2 more hives to go in this morning.
Oh,
yeah, I did one. Yeah, that was when I found all those swarm cells.
Yeah, that was a lot.
And then I got 2 more to look at because I'm leaving Wednesday. So.
I'm wondering how it's gonna be when the tulip poplars like start to come out.
Oh man.
And it's just gonna get crazy.
Let
me just check this to make sure.
I'd be taking that wax. I mean that plastic foundation you got and wax it as good as I could.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they said it was triple waxed. So I'm hoping that like, and I mean they are building on it, so it seems like it's okay. I'll just make sure they're all spaced out, and yeah, it looks good. It's under this one, and yeah. Take these. If there's any ladies in here, they probably didn't even know. They're like, what happened? Yep, they're still in there. They didn't even know we went in. My kids have been so excited in the morning. They're like, let's check the feeder.
The other thing,
Woo! So we just finished going into the hives. My mentor Ron took off. He's got his own hives he's got to go take care of. And your girl is hot. I know they built those suits to have ventilation in mind, but I don't care. As soon as those suits go on, your girl gets sweaty. It's hot out here. It's not even peak what the temperature is supposed to be. I think it's mid 70s right now, and it's supposed to reach up into the 80s. So, woo! But everything looked great in the hive. We found a couple of capped, charged, not capped. I shouldn't say capped. They were charged queen's cups, and we destroyed them. The bees really liked the leftover royal jelly that was in the cells. Other than that, everything's great. We took a frame that had capped brood in it and put it in the queen frame excluder. And in 9 days, hopefully all of that brood will be born, emerged. They're not exactly baby bees. They're born as adult bees. You know? Like Adam. Anyways. All right, so sorry, tangent. My brain. But yes, hopefully they'll be out in 9 to 10 days. I'll probably go back into the hive, check them, make sure that they've all come out, and I can kind of phase that frame out and put the next one in. So that's the plan, at least. I think, though, our master beekeeper, David, who rounds up the Con Ed group in Howard County, will likely want to host the session at my house just to check on the bees because they're a new installation. We went in today, and that would mean that we would go back in a couple more days, and I don't know how great the bees are going to love that. It's kind of like when you have plants, you don't want to overwater the plants or they'll die. Bees don't really like being disturbed all that much, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they won't be too upset if we go in and disturb them twice in 1 week. I kind of want to give the bees some space to do what bees do without. I don't want to be that new beekeeper that goes into their hives all the freaking time and doesn't just give the bees some time. But anyways, another tangent. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Dad, I love you all the time, every day. All right, I'll see you later. Bye!